Hi. So today we'll discuss about the implementation of stack using linked list. We have already seen the implementation of stack using arrays. So as you know, arrays and linked lists are linear data structures in which uh, you can insert and delete elements from any locations. So in the case of an array, you can insert or delete elements by using its index, and using in case of linked list, you can insert or delete element using the link pointer that is available. So in an array or a linked list, if you are restricting your insertion and deletion operation in such a way that it can happen only at the beginning or the end of the list, and if you are restricting it to not to happen in the middle of the list, then you will get two new data structures, basically a stack and a queue. So a stack is a linear data structure in which the items are added or deleted only at one end. In a queue, you can insert at one end and delete in the other end. So as you know, a stack is an ordered collection of homogeneous data elements where insertion and deletion happens only at one end, and that end of the stack is known as the top of the stack. So there are two basic operations. Basically, you have a push operation and a pop operation. Push operation is nothing but insertion of an element onto the stack, and pop operation is deletion of an element from the stack. Both insertion and deletion will happen from the top of the stack. So you will be having a pointer which points to the topmost element in the stack. You can insert an element on top of it, or you can delete the element which is pointed by the top pointer. A stack is a last in first out structure. The elements are arranged in a last in first out manner. The last inserted entry will be the first deleted element. So anything you add onto the stack, it will go onto the top of the stack. So if you would like to remove an element, the element that will be removed first will be the topmost element in the stack. So elements are removed in the reverse order from that in which they are inserted. Inserting an element onto the stack is known as pushing an element. Removing an element from the stack is known as popping an element. The maximum number of elements on a stack is called the size of the stack. So using the size of the stack, we'll be defining our stack overflow. A simple example demonstrating the last in first out structure of the stack. You have a pointer top which is pointing to the topmost element in the stack. You insert an element A. Initially the stack will be empty. Insert an element A, top will be pointing to the element A. Insert one more element B, the top will be pointing to B. You insert one more element, again it will be inserted on top of B, so top will be incremented. Now you delete one element, the first element that will be get deleted will be C, so top will be decremented. Delete one more element, top will be decremented. Delete one more element, top will be decremented to 0 or -1, as it is going to be the how you have implemented it. So when there is nothing in the stack, top will be pointing to 0 or -1 based on your implementation. That at that point, the top when top is equal to 0 or -1, you say that it is the stack is empty. This we have already seen the array representation of stack. Stacks can be represented by using a linear array. You need a pointer known as top pointer, which can be just a variable. For example, let's say you have a 6 element stack like this. In that you can put 6 elements. 0 will be the first element. A of, let's say this array is named as A, then A of 0 will be your first element, A of 1 will be the second element. And let's say we have initialized the top to be -1. When top is equal to -1, we can say that the stack is empty. First element inserted is A, then the top will be incremented and top will be pointing to 0. And again, top will be pointing to 2 if you inserted more. So here the maximum size of the array is 6. So the element will be, the index will be running through 0 to 5, and the top is currently at 3. You can insert 2 more elements. After that, if you try to insert an element onto the stack is already full. That condition is called a stack overflow condition. If you delete all the elements on the stack, the top will be pointing to -1. You try delete operation once more, then you will come to a situation known as underflow. So stack overflow and stack underflow. Basically, stack overflow and stack underflow uh, are represented or are identified by using the value on the top variable. Coming to the linked list representation of the stack, in a linked list, you have two entries, or in a linked list node, you have two things. First value is your data item, and the second entry is a link field which you will use to point to the next node. So as shown here, let's say you have a linked list, and this linked list is something like you have a data item here, and you have a pointer which can point to another node. You have a data item and a pointer which can point to another node, and so on. So here also we need a pointer which points to the first node, which is basically our top pointer. You can utilize the same pointer, the head pointer, which we normally use to represent the head node of your linked list. So you have a data field which contains the elements of the stack, and a link field which points to the next node. So in a linked list representation, there is no restriction of the size of the stack. The size of the stack restriction is actually limit limited to the size of your memory. So if your memory is already full, then you cannot insert anymore. That's it. Otherwise, you can insert. So a push operation in the case of a linked list representation of a stack is accomplished by inserting an element, inserting a new node at the beginning or front of the list. So while talking about linked list, we have seen insertion of an element at the beginning, insertion of an element at the end, and insertion of the element in between two nodes. So here, uh, representing a stack using a linked list is very easy. If you would like to push an element, the push operation is done by inserting a new node at the beginning of the list, and pop operation is done by removing the first node in the list. So you just remove this element, that is your pop operation. You insert one element here, that is your push operation. And uh, another advantage is that there is no size limitation like your array representation. Let's just recap the insertion of a node at the beginning or front. Consider a linked list with these three nodes. A head pointer, which is pointing, we have three nodes. First node is having a value 10, which is pointing to a node 20, which is now pointing to another node 30, and this node is pointing to null to represent that this is your end of list. Now you would like to insert a node 5, which is of name temp, to the beginning of the list. This is how it is being done. Previously, this pointer was pointing to null. You make it to point to the first node, and you make the head pointer to point to the temp location. So temp pointer link is equal to head. So this was your temp, which is data field is equal to 5. So temp pointer link equal to head, where it is so this link is attached here, where head is pointing, and head is replaced by temp. So this is your temp, head is replaced with temp. So this link will be broken. So next you will be having a linked list of 4 nodes, head pointing to 5, then 10, then 20 and 30, then it is pointing to null, means that is your end of list. So basically this is your push operation in the case of a linked list representation. So this is the algorithm for push operation. You create a new node temp, and this is how you create a new node. You allocate size, you allocate memory, size of struct node. This is the size of memory that we require. So size of struct node, that much memory is allocated. Malloc will return void pointer, so you typecast it to struct node star. So you will get a node now. Once you get a node, you attach the value 5 onto it. So this is your temp node. Now the next statement what you need to do is this is your statement. Before that you need to check whether the pointer returned by this statement, malloc statement, is null or not. Meaning is that the malloc statement was not able to allocate memory. So if temp equal to null, memory underflow, and this is your size restriction. There is no size restriction like the case of array implementation. So if temp is equal to null, that is malloc statement was not able to allocate memory, so it is the you cannot insert anymore. Otherwise, you add your data, temp pointer data equal to item, then temp pointer link equal to head, and head is replaced with temp. So it is correctly inserted the node 5 at the beginning of the list. So that is your push operation. Now let's see how let's look at the pop operation in case of stack implementation using linked list. So the pop operation is nothing but deletion of the first node in the linked list. So deletion from the beginning. In this case, let's say you have these a linked list of these 3 nodes. So you deletion from the beginning in the sense you would need to delete this node with 10. Uh, the simplest way, or this is how you do it. You just make head to point to the second node. That's it. So if head is equal to null, you can say that stack is empty. Otherwise, you make head to point to head pointer link. So head was pointing here, head pointer link is this. So head is equal to head pointer link. So now your linked list is head, then node 20 and node 30. So that is your pop operation. So you have popped this item out. If you want this to be used in your program, then you can take it out before actually changing your head pointer, and if required you can free your memory also, where this uh, head was previously pointing. So for making it simple, I have written like this: if head is equal to null, you say that stack is empty. That is, the stack is empty, you cannot delete anymore. There are no elements in the stack. Otherwise, you take your deleted item head pointer data, and you change your head pointer to point to the next node. That's it. So that is the implementation of stack using linked list. So the implementation of stack using linked list is very easy. Implementation of stack using linked list in the sense you are going to create the linked list in runtime. Actually, in the first step, you will be creating only a head pointer. Then as on new nodes are getting inserted, you will allocate memory, and based on that, you will be inserting elements. So initially head will be pointing to null. The first element will be inserted. So head will be pointing to that element. The next element will be inserted. Then it will be inserted at the beginning of the list. So push operation is nothing but inserting an element onto the beginning of the linked list. Pop operation is nothing but deletion of the first node in the linked list. That's it. So delete this element. So this point will be pointing to 20. Delete this element. It will be pointing to this. Delete this element also. Head will be pointing to null. That's it. So if head is pointing to, there are two conditions where you can the two overflow and underflow conditions that you need to check in the case of insertion and deletion are uh, basically in the case of push operation, there is no overflow condition because we are not restricting the size of our stack in the case of linked list implementation. But you can come across a memory underflow, which is the case where malloc statement was not able to allocate memory. Of course, there is a stack underflow condition. If your head pointer is pointing to null, then your stack is empty. You cannot delete any more elements. So that is about implementation of stack using linked list. Thank you.